How do people write smaller, people write bigger? So you can number them as you go. And when you're done, put your pencils down and look up. So this time period that we're talking about is like 1930, 1932. Does anyone actually know who the president was during this year? Yeah. Yeah, it actually was Hoover. I was going to give you a hint if I said like that. Yeah, it was President Hoover. And President Hoover, just to give you some background before we begin, he was a Republican. So during this time, he believed that, let's see if I'm actually going to write some prediction. He was considered to be like a little bit more wealthy than most typical Americans. And does anyone know the difference, like a major difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party? And maybe think back, like not too far back, but the differences between maybe like Obama and like, John McCain. Not serious, I think there is. What's the difference? Okay, so you think the Republicans don't really want the government as involved in like the daily life compared to a Democrat? That's actually a good connection to what we're doing today. Do you see it? Do you hear it? That's a good point. So Democrats are also called liberals. So liberals support change, and just you said that was a really good point. Republicans, now this is not for everybody. Everybody is different with your own beliefs, but typically Republicans have a more like conservative view. So they would like traditions and things to stay the same. To stay the same. Taylor?
Democrats are more for the Republicans are more for
Why do you think that?
because like Democrats would not don't really like to help the people that's in like middle class and lower class. They are really looking towards the higher class people.
Do you feel that Republicans feel that they support like the wealthy, minority, the middle class, and lower class? Okay. I want you to keep that idea in your head. We're going to talk more about this throughout like the entire summer. But
The reason why I agree with her because during Hoover's presidency, he said something about small companies and not big companies.
okay, that actually comes up in like current elections now. So having a small government, what Nancy was saying, having a small government means that the Republicans typically feel that the government shouldn't be involved directly usually in people's lives. So like this would include like government programs, and we'll talk later on too about like what some of these programs are. Where big government means that like usually Democrats feel towards this that they like governmental programs, they like the government being around programs. But now that we have like some of these ideas in our head, so what, if I show him, what is Hoover? Is he a Democrat? He's a Republican. Good. I should be seeing all hands. He's a Republican. Good. Okay, I'm going to read you your first prediction. You're going to put what you think in this section, and then over here, we're going to go over the actuality. So there's no right or wrong. Predictions can't be right or wrong, so just think what you would predict. Alright, so Herbert Hoover, who's the president, was president during the Great Depression from 1929 to 1933. Do you think he preferred the government to handle and pay for resources during the Great Depression? Or did you think that he would prefer private companies to do that? So think about what Nazir said. He actually set us up really well for this prediction. Do you think Hoover believes in the government being involved often in people's lives? Or repeat that one more time just in case I wasn't clear. Hoover was a Republican, like we said. Do you think that he would want the government actively involved in people's lives so he did his government programs? Or do you think that he would rather not have the government involved as much? We have about 30 more seconds to finish up your thoughts and then we'll go. Okay, can I have a volunteer write your petition is? Now remember, do not write alone. Yeah.
Hoover didn't want the government in people's lives.
So you think other people want to apply the government?
They
Now I'm
didn't
gonna
want
agree.
the government involved.
Did anyone have anything different? Jenny, you're like smiling. Said the same thing. What'd you put down? Okay, so do you need to yourself? It actually was the actuality. So now on the right-hand side of the paper, so everybody should be looking at the right-hand side of the paper next to where you wrote your prediction. Go right to your right. Hoover. I'm abbreviating now. And REP stands for Republican. So Hoover was a Republican. Then we can even just add this section in here, so that I'm doing right here. Hoover didn't want the government involved as much as compared to a Democrat. So anything I'm writing in red is actually right in the actuality. So I should see everyone writing right now. All that I have in red on their actuality section on the right. Alright, I'm gonna give you prediction number 2. This one might be a little bit easier. So you'll be on your left-hand side of the paper doing the same thing. So for prediction number 2. How do you think Hoover viewed governmental assistance programs? Now I'll say it again, and then I'll explain what that means. So how do you think Hoover viewed governmental assistance programs? So a governmental assistance program could be like, well, yeah, it could be welfare, like